All right, Anna's cursed sleepover story. I gotta hear this shit.
Uncomfortable with this topic. I'm gonna be revisiting a memory that involves like sex. Okay, so 18 plus.
I thought she was a virgin.
Okay, let me tell you guys my first sleepover. I'm a late bloomer. So like my first sleepover with 2 other girls was one of the most traumatic incidents. I don't know why I'm getting like, punished by the universe every single phase in my life. It was just like, I was just so uncomfortable. First of all, my first sleepover, I think I was in middle school, and these 2 girls didn't go to my middle school. I knew them from elementary school, and then we all kind of like drifted into different schools in middle school. So I still kept in touch with them even though we went to different schools. So one of my friends like moved super far away. What happened was like her mother remarried to another man, and that man was like not very wealthy, but like pretty well off. And so the house that they moved into was humongous. I've never been in such a big house.
You say he's not wealthy and he has a big ass house?
It was huge. So that was my first time going over to her new home, and it was super duper far away from my home. Let's name them. Let's name the person that we went to sleep over. Let's name her Sam. Okay?
Sam?
For the second girl, let's name her Alice. Okay? Sam and Alice, okay. And, you know, I'm gonna be honest, Sam a little weird, okay? But I still really liked her. She was really cool. Did I know that she was gonna be that weird? No. Did I know that after I left her house? Yes. Did I still contact them afterward? Absolutely not. Let me tell you what happened.
She said, oh, we're done.
My first sleepover at Sam's home, mini mansion, you know, it started off okay. Like, you know, we all did the typical, you know, takeout, watch a movie and stuff, and all that fun stuff, you know. Then it got to like bedtime, right? And I just want you guys to know, Alice had a boyfriend at the time. They were like very committed and
in middle school.
So when it came around,
committed
bedtime,
in middle school,
Sam was like, "Oh, we can all sleep on one bed because I have a queen size bed, and I think it'll fit all of us." And I'm already like, I don't really like to sleep that close to people.
Wait a second. There's been stories about you sleeping on your roommate's bed, sleeping with Millie at a freaking Airbnbs. I don't believe this.
There wasn't any other place to sleep on besides like the sofa that was like downstairs and very far away. And you know, like this was my first sleepover, so I kind of wanted to like have the girl talk and everything, you know, the sleepover talks and just like, you know, the gossip and stuff. I just felt like up until that point, I've always watched movies of it, so I kind of had like this fantasy of, oh yeah, friends talking and stuff. We did talk about like very stereotypical thing like, oh my god, so like, Anna, do you like anybody from like your school? And I'm like, we just started school.
Already in love.
Just started school. I don't know anybody. So yeah, but they were like very extroverted about stuff like that. So they were like, oh yeah, I have my eye on this one girl, you know. And then Alice was like, oh, you know, my boyfriend's really hot and stuff.
My boyfriend's really hot.
Mean girls conversation of my life. It was kind of boring, to be honest. It's not really my style, but you know, I just wanted to be a part of a group. You know, I just wanted to fit in. I was at that age. So yeah, so we're all on this bed, on the queen size bed, talking to each other. And so Sam was asking Alice, since she had the boyfriend, she was like, have you guys done it? And I was like,
in middle school?
Not really my sort of conversation. I was
it's a little awkward, bro.
Probably like 14, 15-ish. So
that's a little awkward, bro.
Alice was pretty experienced, I guess. So she was like, oh yeah, like we do it all the time. It actually enhances the relationship. You know, at the time I was still just as sarcastic about certain things. So I was like, are you gonna get married next year then?
Married next year?
Wow, there must be some enhancement. You know, I think she didn't really appreciate that comment. She's like, you know, I'm not joking, and I'm the one with the relationship, so... And I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. Enhance. She was lying. I feel like she was lying. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I
15.
I think she was just bragging a little bit.
I don't think so.
But, you know, it doesn't matter. So Sam gets extremely interested in this topic. Sam asking questions left and right. She was like, "Oh yeah,
What's it feel like?
What happens? You know, if you do this, what happens when that happens? What happens with this?" I'm fucking there. Like, I thought we were gonna watch fucking Disney movies or something. You know, I got my snacks ready. It was
they already
2 a.m. I
grew
was
up.
ready to go to sleep. I was tired, and I don't really want to talk about stuff like this, but they were on the bed that I was gonna sleep on. You know,
True.
I can't really sleep when there's 2 other ladies on the bed talking about sex, and I'm here like trying to, you know, pass out. They talked about it for so long. And you know, I was like just trying to sleep. I was like, oh, I'm gonna try to sleep, okay? Like, so they were like talking, sitting up on the bed here, and I'd just be like over here, like trying to fall asleep, but I couldn't because they were so loud. The last thing I can remember Alice saying to Sam, "Do you want to try it?" And I was like, when she said that, she's like, "Do you want to try it with me, Alice?" I was like, what? I thought they were joking, and I was like, I immediately, like, I could not go to sleep anymore. I was like,
in the same bed? It's a little...
Sam was like super duper interested. They were like, I can't tell if you're joking or not, but I'd honestly, like, we can do it. Like, she was trying to say like her parents' room was really far from her room, so they probably wouldn't be able to hear. And I was like, oh, I start panicking. I was gonna have a panic attack. I'm not even joking. I was gonna like freak out. So
yeah, I don't blame you.
I really I was praying to every god
every god
in the universe that this would not happen, and this was just a joke. They even like started watching porn together, and you know what? And
at 14 and 15, what? Damn, people really had like iPhones and shit back then. I feel so
they're
old.
not even putting earbuds on, okay? Like, if you're putting earbuds on, fine.
That's weird.
They fucking like, I'm
That's
trying to
weird.
fucking go to sleep, and all I hear are girls giggling, and in the background, slight moaning noises. Like, not having.
That is weird.
You know, it ended off with Alice asking Sam like, "Hey, do you want to try it?" And Sam going like, "Yeah, we could." And you know what they asked next?
Anna, you want to join?
They knew I wasn't asleep because I kept moving. Alice was like, "Anna, you're still awake, right? You want to join us?"
Hell
you know,
no.
I was trying to play dumb. I was like trying to play. I was like,
Hell no.
Are we playing a game? I was like, "Are we playing Monopoly?" I said the stupidest thing, which was, "I'm good at chess. Play chess." Even though chess isn't a 3-player game, you know, I was panicking so hard. And they're like, "Do you want to like sleep with us?" And I was like, "Yeah, we're on the bed. Let's go sleep." I was trying so hard to like
Innocent Anna.
hint at them. Can we please not do this? Please, I bet I will pay
Thank you for the follow, pal.
Not even joking. And you know, I couldn't really go home because it was
It's
in
late.
another city. I was trapped, and her parents were asleep. I didn't know where else to sleep. I didn't know where else to be. I didn't want to be like alone in the living room. The house is huge and dark and scary, and I was super duper scared. And so like Sam and I were thinking that we would experiment a little, and then you know I was like, experiment now? we got things to do tomorrow. And you know what? After that, I'm just gonna say they ended up, you know, experimenting, and I wasn't in the room.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna go to the living room and watch TV. You know, Sam was nice enough to give me like extra pillows and blankets. I had the time of my life by myself. And then I had like the biggest epiphany of my life. That was probably the day I was like, I'm never going to try to fit in anymore. Because I realized, like, when I went downstairs in the living room to like hang out by myself,
You were having the time of your life.
So much fun. I was like watching TV. It was really cozy and it was quiet, and that's when I realized I'm a fucking introvert and I don't want to be with them.
There you go.
You know, I only was doing it because.
There you go, girl. They wanted to experiment, and you experimented on your own while being alone, and you figured out who you really were. You were the real winner in that circumstance.
Trying to figure out who
so
I
good
was.
job, Anna.
The next day, we were supposed to. We planned on having a sleepover for like.
Hell
3 nights.
no.
The next day,
Anna said I had to go.
And then Sam was like, "Oh, why? Like, are you uncomfortable with the fact?" I was like,
Yeah.
I just want to go home. You know, I have fun by myself. But obviously I didn't say that. I was just like, oh, I just a little homesick, so I'm gonna go home. Sam's mother drove me home, and yeah, my mom was like, why are you back early? And I told my mom everything, and my mom was laughing so hard. And she was like, I didn't know like kids your age did stuff like that. When
I was
my age,
oh
we did stuff that
god,
you did. Just sleep
and watch TV.
fun. Yeah, that was.
Well,
my
they didn't have
first
TV
ever
back then, I
sleepover.
guess.
And you know what? I'm not judging them. Like, you know, it's fine. Like, experimenting stuff is fine. I just know that I didn't want to do stuff like that. I just realized that, oh, okay, this isn't like my group of friends that I want to hang out with. Not because they were bad people, but just because we're so different. Like, I was so different.
They were
I was,
already growing
I
up,
never really
and you were
felt
too young.
included when I was with them. I don't want to find
You were third wheeling.
friends who want to actually Netflix and chill. So my second sleepover was like my friends in Japan, and it was the best sleepover ever.
Hell
we
yeah.
slept because, you know,
slept.
everybody wanted to sleep.
What the fuck?
And
Y'all didn't
it was
watch
amazing.
TV?
We had so much snacks.
Go to
We had
Shinjuku.
conversations. And I told them about my first sleepover too, and they were
That's
like,
awkward.
Anna, that is not normal.
It's not
Very rare
normal.
experience, and you know, knowing you, I'm sorry that you were in that position. And I was like, oh yeah, it's fine, it's a lesson learned. So yeah, that was my first sleepover. It legitimately was my first one. I remember it like it was yesterday.
That's a little traumatizing.
The scariest sleepover of my life. But you know what? I learned so much from it. I learned that I don't want to do stuff like that, and
There
I
you
don't
go.
have to.
Yeah, you don't
So I
have to.
won't.
There you go.
That's it.
And she's been a virgin ever
That's my lesson
since.
that I'm gonna teach you guys.
Good old innocent Anna. That was a great great story. I'm glad it ended fine, because it could have sounded like it could have ended up a lot worse. But I don't know. I heard some crazy stories from you already, so I don't know how you turned out.